Hey everybody, this is Trav. What do we have in front of us today? Well, let me touch it and fondle it and pet it and call it nasty names like Dirty Pump. Enough touching. Alright, here we go. This is the fuel pump that's out in my wife's Polaris Magnum 330. It's a 2003, so this thing is roughly 16 years old. I believe it's the one that's been in there since day one of manufacturing. But what we've had a problem with is on my wife, her acceleration has been really bad. Thought at first, okay, it was a dirty carburetor. No, checked it. Went through, did all the normal things, the vacuum line check, everything, nothing. So what it ended up being was a fuel pump. And the reason why I know is because today we got a brand new fuel pump that came in from Amazon and turned around and threw it on and it runs happy again. She's been out riding it all over the place. So anyways, without further ado, here we go. We're going to take this thing and disassemble it. Oh, first off, here's what we got. I put marks up here because those are for the long bolts that go here. This is where it attaches up inside on the frame. It can be repositioned if it has to be. So this basically would go up here or what have you. But other than that, this is your inlet, your outlet, and the P, I am not really sure, pulse or vacuum or whatever from the carburetor. That's how this diaphragm is worked on. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. I'm holding it down just in case there's a spring or something inside. One small screw, two big side screws, another side screws. Put those off to the side. Got that one off the side. Okay, first piece to come off. Okay, you notice it's got a Mylar seal in there. And what that is for the diaphragm, so when the vacuuming of it causes it to actuate so that it helps pull the fuel and push it through the system. It looks a little concave. It looks like it's been well used. Normally these should be straight across so that you get a better performance out of it. So enough about that part. Alright, here is, ooh, little gasket. Alright, here is your inlet and your outlet. So this would be your inlet chamber, your outlet chamber. Your fuel comes in through here and then gets passed on through here. So basically what happens is it gets pulled in and shot right back out through the force of the diaphragm, opening and closing real fast, causing the fuel to come in and get pushed right back out. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's about it. The gasket on the back, if we notice that it's kind of worn out and old, and the other thing is you see that ring right there. Okay, that ring is basically from the back side of the plunger, but if you look at the front, that is also from the inside right there, and there is some gunk and dirt and crud right there on the inlet. So basically when a few videos ago I did on how to quick primer one of these if you had a problem, and because the vacuum actually from the carburetor might not do it, it'll help push and pull this off for a temporary if you need it. So like if you're been sitting for a while and you just need to test the engine, you do a syringe, basically stick it up inside here and you go probably about 15-20 times real good with the fuel line with your outflow disconnected, and you'll be able to see the fuel moving through. Okay, enough about that. I know I'm kind of short right now. It's just that I'm just got off work. I'm tired, but I wanted to get this video done. So basically this sits on there, which then in return sits over here and sits like that. And then what it is this sits right here, and it's got rusty, well, not really rust because this is aluminum, but it's just got dirt deposits in there. So it looks like it's got, for the air weeps, these are two holes that sit in here, and basically that would be to keep it so it doesn't lock in. It does give it some kind of air passage so that these can be moved. If it was sealed up, more than likely what would happen is it would cause a vacuum and it would either suck in or extend out, and then you couldn't use it. But you got a neat little spring and a little plastic pusher, so you put it back on there. But anyways, this is what I wanted to show everybody. So if you had any questions what the inside of your fuel diaphragm looked like, or your fuel pump diaphragm of your Polaris or what have you, this is pretty much about it. It's fairly simple. I'm going to check and see if I can find a gasket kit for it, put this on the ultrasonic cleaner, and then replace the gaskets and set it on the side. And I found out this is also the same one that's in my Polaris 400, so I can make a backup, so just in case if we need one for a rainy day. Alright, this is Trav. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything, feel free to ask. And you have a great day and a safe weekend. Enjoy yourself, and we'll talk again. Bye.